And I personally, I'm asking the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, do not, on top of my list, do not attempt or even think of appointing, they're called CSS. CS. Because he would have done it by now if it were not for the floods. Do not attempt or even think of doing that, even before the doctors are paid, before people who are homeless from the floods are helped. Because I know, niko na inside information kidogo from a politician that it might happen next week. Mr. President, don't.
But what
appointment of
CSS.
Okay.
Why?
Mi niko na intelligence wanaku appointed next week.
Okay, but why are you advising that they shouldn't?
If the president tries, you know, sometimes because I'm a comedian and I'm a very small factor, people might take it as a joke. But this is my message to President Ruto. Do not even think or dream of appointing a single CS. That is about to appoint 23. That will be it's called what that breaks the back.
It's true that breaks the camel's back.
Eric Omondi is requesting the president, respectfully, do not appoint the CSS. Not next week, not next month, not any time. Because doctors are on strike, people are dying in hospitals, children are sleeping in the rain. Mr. President, do not appoint the CSS before you pay the doctors, before you settle the homeless. Because if it does, then we will have a problem.
What do you foresee as a problem that we will have? Because
we will rally Kenyans, which is constitutional. We will rally Kenyans, and I don't think the government will sleep peacefully. Some of us have talked to our parents. Yes, some of us have talked to our mothers. And some of us are willing to lay our lives, because I believe personally that someone has to say it.
Someone has to take a stand.
Someone has to take a stand, and we will take that stand. And I've said it here on Spice. So when it happens, we'll because I know it's going to happen. That's why I'm raising it. Someone from that side has told me.
You look really pained.
Yes, I am.
Why?
I'm pained because I have traveled, for the past 3 months, I've traveled to Kisii, to Nyamira, to Mombasa, to Mandera, to Turkana. I have a child called Paiden has died in my hands. Another one that we took to India died in India and we brought back and buried. I have witnessed the pain that children mostly and women go through because of the negligence and the greed of the Kenyan leaders. So I speak with a lot of pain in my heart. And when I asked the President, Dr. Ruto, not to do these things, I say it while my voice is shaking, because I'm almost at the point where and I've told you, some of us are willing to lay our lives down to see a change. And we must get to a point where Kenyans must say enough is enough. And if I was the government, if I was the president, I would stop and think twice. Yes, because
before we take a break, tell us about that the little child called Paiden.
Paiden was a child in Kenyatta National Hospital who had a tumor on the left side. And the mother, of course, contacted me through Twitter. I rushed to Kenyatta, the pediatric ward. Upon arriving there, I asked, what's the problem? Because the child was crying morning, day, night. Bro, there were no painkillers. Not medicine.
Painkillers.
Painkillers. A painkiller. I don't know what form of painkiller the baby needed. So somepatie Panadol.
At the very least.
Yeah, but something, anything. Before we handle her with the pain or treat pain, there were no painkillers. So one of the nurses, after an hour, tells me, kuna shida na hii hakuna dawa, hakuna nini, but tumetumana. Then the mother's like, but walisema hivyo ni juzi. So I tried to get the kid out of the hospital to Nairobi West. Took me a whole day. Of course, they said I'm there to shame the hospital. Why am I taking away the baby? I'm not the father. I'm like, the father is here. And I've done my research. We called Mata, we called MP Shah. Then Nairobi West told us, let them toto. They've even sent an ambulance. Oh, Eric, if you take the kid, if anything happens to the kid, you will be responsible. I'm like, Sawa, the ambulance is here. The whole day, we took the kid around evening. Rushed the kid to Nairobi West. Akapewa dawa, painkillers, the kid akanyamaza. Whatever the doctors did, stabilize. In the morning, I'm called by an Indian doctor and tells me, Eric, I have some very bad news. And the kid is not dead.
Okay.
So relax.
That's not the bad news.
That's not the bad news,
Okay.
yes. And he told me the organs are failing. And then this doctor came in the morning. I said, kwani mtoto alikuwa wapi? So alikuwa Kenyatta. I said, what? So he was basically preparing me to prepare the parents that there's nothing they can do. So we lost this kid. And that's when it started dawning on me that there's a lot of negligence in the government as a whole. Because the amounts of cases at Kenyatta National Hospital that are there that just need basic medicine. Eric, you will not believe. People who are dying today. Well, currently people are dying because the doctors are not even there. So it's not just medicine. Even the doctor is not there. So that's how we lost Paiden.
Very sad story. Let's take a break.
This is Legrand from Simple Generations.